Okay, let's have a look-see at the garden and see where we're at. It's very dry. It's been really hot. Shit! It's been really hot the last few days. We have a mystery plant there. It looks like a sunflower behind it, and in front of it, maybe also a sunflower. They're supposed to be pickling cucumbers. I don't see much of anything. We had some really cold weather, and I think a lot of the seeds died. I did plant some more pickling cucumbers, just in case, but I haven't seen them yet. It looks like I've got a mystery plant of some sort right there growing. Don't know what that is. Anywho, no cucumbers yet. Onions look good. There's lots of onions. That's me. A whole boatload of onions. I actually went ahead and put more bulbs down in between the onions so that as these grow and get eaten, there'll be a second set, ready, to grow and be eaten after them. So hopefully a second set of onions will come up soon. There's actually one right there, little baby right there. Over here is, I guess, a whole row of onions that didn't take, I think. I see one right there. And we have an interesting mystery plant here. Looks almost like fennel. Curious what that is. The whole rest of the row has nothing. Potatoes are coming up. That's potatoes. We have one, and then nothing. And then there's two. Then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like all of the potatoes but one came up. 3 rows of 3. I got 2 rows of 3 and 1 row of 2. There they are. You can see 1 row, 2 rows, and then there's the one missing right there. Over here in this bone dry patch is supposed to be fennel, broccoli, and celery. I planted twice, and it looks like twice none of it came up. Over here is radishes. The radishes look really good. There's a lot of radishes. I actually have to thin these out because they're just going to choke each other out. After that is the string beans, of which none came up. I ended up putting a few sugar snap pea seeds in here, and I think 2 string bean seeds that I had left. I don't have any left. Over there is the carrots. You can actually see they're coming up. They look like grass. A whole boatload of little carrots coming up. And then the most important part is the lettuce. We have a whole mix of lettuces, spinach, arugula, and other crap. I believe that's the spinach right mixed in there. A lot of weeds. Boatload of weeds. And that's Penny. Yes, Penny! Okay, it is the very next day, and I am back out to have another look. The good news is I have spotted some cucumbers. Pickling cucumbers. There's one right there. And one right there. And there is one right there. And there might be more, but I don't see it. Up. There are 2 pickling cucumbers somewhere on this screen. There they are. 2 more right there. 1, 2. And of course, I think That is sunflower. I might have to move those. The onions look good. There's plenty of onions. There's a nice big one right there. Quite a few rows of onions growing right there. I put down 4 varieties of bulbs, and they all look the same to me. One of the varieties was not bulbs, it was seed. And I think that one did not come up at all. Here are the potatoes, which I miscounted yesterday. And I think even didn't see some things. There's 1, 2, and if you look closely over here, there is one right there. 3, 4. So there's 4 right there, and looks like number 5 right there. That one's not part of the row, so I'm not sure where that one's coming from. It could be from something that was in the ground since last year. There were potatoes in this area. And then over here, I have this one, which I missed yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back there, there's a little guy coming up. 1, and 2, 3, 4. So we got an awful lot of potato plants growing. Looks like 13, I think, altogether. We should have a lot of potatoes. Hopefully in this spot right here, there it is, like nothing but a single onion growing. Hopefully some of those will come up. Over here I've got a big space with, I don't remember what the heck was there, if anything. Oh, right here I've got what's supposed to be fennel, broccoli, and celery. But nothing came up. I reseeded it a second time, and again nothing came up. So gonna have to see what to do about that. Here are the radishes. They're way too thick. Separating them is a pain in the neck. There's so many growing. I took a peek at it real quick, but I'll be out here forever trying to separate this stuff. So I'm not sure how much of an effort I'm going to try on that. You can actually see one sticking out of the ground here. They're just too tight together. And over here, I believe I had string bean, of which none came up. And back there is carrots. And I haven't had a good close look at them yet, but you can see, not the weeds, but the grass-like stuff, that's the carrots. And there's one right there, starting to grow its little finny leaf things. Those guys will be good, even with those little weeds, because they're going to grow in the ground. But a lot of these other weeds have to go. The celery's been bombarded with weeds. I don't know what happened over here. The lettuce, I mean. The lettuce has been bombarded with weeds. There's a whole bunch of lettuce here, which has to be thinned. And then there's just weeds everywhere. And you can see some spinach and buried in there, and arugula. And then over here, more lettuce. But again, buried in weeds. So I have a bit of a weed problem I have to take care of. Over here was cabbage and corn, neither of which are doing anything. So I have to take a look and think about what I want to do with that. I might want to abandon the corn. It never grows in this area for some reason. If I was to put it somewhere else, it would grow. I put it in this spot here where I usually put it. It never grows. Every year I try, it never grows. Last year I put a seed or two further over this side just to see what would happen, and it grew. So I might go ahead and replant something else over here. Maybe string beans, snow peas, something like that. Peppers. I'm not sure. But I don't think the corn is happening. And I don't know what's going on with the cabbages. I don't see anything, but there's so much weeds that maybe I just can't see them. So that's the garden in a nutshell. I'll show you the whole thing. Starts there and goes along over there. That's all.